And this is the Grumpy Chunk program. I am your host, Grumpy Chunk. Producer extraordinaire, Mickey Dolan behind the boards. Thank you very much. Also, Scott the intern who runs the Facebook and YouTube pages. Facebook and the YouTube page, just type in Grumpy Chunk and it should show up. If you want to email us here, it's the Grumpy Chunk podcast at gmail.com or on Twitter at the Grumpy Chunk. And as you're listening to the podcast, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Anchor, Radio Public, Breaker, whatever you're listening to, thank you very much. We get some email. And each of the email that we get, if you're listening to the podcast, you may not know that we're actually on a radio station too. And this is like, well, you're on a radio station too? Yes, absolutely. I can't tell you the radio station we're on because it's because of the contracts we have here. The podcast is separate from the radio station. The radio station is separate from the podcast. Sometimes we share, like the show that I do on the radio station is sometimes the same show that I do here on the podcast. The one thing we can't do on the podcast that we could do on the radio show is take phone calls. We can't even get Mickey Dolan, even for the radio show, we can't even get Mickey Dolan on microphone, which is just so weird. I just don't understand it. It's this oddball, right? But I get emails, and the emails ask, I want to call into the show. You can call into the radio show, but I can't give you the phone number for the radio show because it's supposed to be separate from the podcast. It's just a weird contractual thing that we have here at the station. So, but we do get phone calls. Now, these calls are the ones that we taped this morning when we did our radio show this morning, right? So let's go ahead and hit the play button there, Mickey Dolan. Hitting phone calls? All right, so let's do it. Grumpy Chunk, you're on the air.
How you doing? Ted Bell, no relation to Joe Bell.
Good morning, Ted Bell. No relation to Joe Bell. What can I do for you?
I'm the one that invented putting the baked potato in aluminum foil.
So that was your invention. You put the baked potato in the aluminum foil. You put it in the on the oven. You've helped me not go hungry several times.
I'll kick back.
I'm sorry. What? What? You on up? That's too bad. I was hoping to find out what I could do with some carrots. All right. Phones are loaded, so we keep going. Grumpy Chunk Show, you're up.
Hi.
Hi.
I wanted to tell you that you're evil, horrible people. You're awful people. You represent horrible ideas.
Okay.
God hates you, and he wants to kill your children. You
God
should all
hates
burn
me.
in hell. Bye.
That was the most pleasant. That was the most pleasant call of somebody telling me to burn in hell that I've ever had. That was pleasant. Nice. All right. Well, let's keep going on the phones here. Let's see who else I can piss off. Grumpy Chunk, you're on the air.
Go to hell.
What is going on? What is going on? It's the I Hate Grumpy club coming out today? Is that what's going on? All right. Hey, let's just continue. Let's see if this love fest continues on. Grumpy Chunk Show, you're on the air.
Hello.
How's it going?
Hey, can you put me through, please?
No, you're on the air, man. You're on the air.
Through the show, please. Thank you.
My brother, you're on the air.
You motherfuckers.
Mickey, did you dump that? Did you get it dumped? Okay. I didn't know where he was going, and all of a sudden you just dropped it. Okay. Hey, look, man, the phones are blowing up, so we're just gonna continue on. Grumpy Chunk Show, you're on the air.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
What do you got on your mind, brother?
Hey, listen, I got a question for you.
No problem, man. Ask away.
Not since
Did we have enough time to dump that? We can't ask that question. What is going on with the phones today? Oh my God. Oh man. Hold on. Should we just stop? No? So you have more calls. All right, let's go ahead. Grumpy Chunk Show, you're on the air.
Yes, this is Fred.
Hey, Fred. Thanks for calling back.
I would just like to say that you and Mickey Dolan are super funny today. Especially Mickey Dolan is so funny with his repartee and his funny anecdotes.
Fred, he doesn't have a microphone.
I was telling the boys down here at the pool hall that Mickey Dolan is the funniest man on any radio station.
I don't even think he's listening to me. Fred, are you listening to me?
I believe that it could be best expressed by the Beatles. Strawberry funny forever.
Strawberry funny forever. That's all right.
I just have a question.
Shoot.
My question is, how do you inflate a football?
What?
I will take the answer off the air. Thank you.
Am I expected to answer that? Okay. If you're listening off air there, Fred, you take a bike pump and you just put the bike pump in and you inflate it. Just like that. It's done. I think, you know what? That's it for the Grumpy Chunk phone calls. We're going to stop right there.